Well, Ed told you this is the story of Noah's Ark, and that's just about that. And it came to pass, when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, that God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. And it repented the Lord that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart. But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. Noah was a just man, and God said unto Noah, The end of all flesh is come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them. Make thee an ark of gopher wood. Room shalt thou make in the ark, and shalt pitch it within and without with pitch. And this is the fashion which thou shalt make it of. The length of the ark shall be 300 cubits, the breadth of it 50 cubits, and the height of it 30 cubits. A window shalt thou make in the ark, and the door of the ark shalt thou make in the side thereof. With lower, second, and third stories shalt thou make it of. And behold, I, even I, do bring a flood of waters upon the earth. But thou shalt come into the ark, thou and thy sons and thy wife and thy sons' wives with thee. And of every living thing of all flesh, 2 of every sort shalt thou bring into the ark to keep them alive. They shall be male and female. And take thou unto thee of all food that is eaten, and it shall be for food, for thee and for them. Thus did Noah, according to all that God commanded him, so did he. And the Lord said unto Noah, Come thou and all thy house into the ark, and I will cause it to rain upon the earth 40 days and 40 nights. In the selfsame day entered Noah, and Shem, and Ham, and Japheth, the sons of Noah, and Noah's wife, and the 3 wives of his sons with them into the ark, and every beast after his kind, and all the cattle after their kind, and every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth after his kind, and every fowl after his kind, every bird of every sort. And they went in unto Noah, 2 and 2, into the ark, and the Lord shut him in. The same day were all the fountains of the great deep broken up, and the windows of heaven were opened, and the waters increased and bare up the ark, and it was lifted up above the earth, and the waters prevailed and were increased greatly upon the earth, and the ark went upon the face of the waters, and the waters prevailed exceedingly upon the earth, and all the high hills that were under the whole heaven were covered. 15 cubits upward did the waters prevail, and the mountains were covered. And all in whose nostrils was the breath of life of all that was on the dry land died, and Noah only remained alive, and they that were with him in the ark. And God remembered Noah, and every living thing, and all the cattle that was with him in the ark. And God made a wind to pass over the earth, and the waters assuaged. The fountains also of the deep and the windows of heaven were stopped, and the rain from heaven was restrained, and the waters returned from off the earth continually, and the ark rested upon the mountains of Ararat. And it came to pass that Noah opened the window of the ark which he had made, and he sent forth a dove from him to see if the waters were abated from off the face of the ground. But the dove found no rest for the sole of her foot, and she returned unto the ark. Then he put forth his hand and took her, and pulled her in unto him into the ark. And he stayed yet another 7 days, and again he sent forth the dove out of the ark. And the dove came into him in the evening, and lo, in her mouth was an olive leaf plucked off. So Noah knew that the waters were abated from off the earth. And he stayed yet other 7 days, and sent forth the dove, which returned not again unto him any more. And Noah removed the covering of the ark, and looked, and behold, the face of the ground was dry. And God spoke unto Noah, saying, Go forth of the ark, thou and thy wife, and thy sons wives with thee. Bring forth with thee every living thing that is with thee of all flesh, that they may breed abundantly in the earth. And Noah went forth, and his sons and his wife and his sons' wives with him, every beast and every fowl, and whatsoever creepeth upon the earth after their kinds, went forth out of the ark. And Noah builded an altar unto the Lord, and offered burnt offerings on the altar. And the Lord smelled a sweet savor. And the Lord said in his heart, I will not again curse the ground any more for man's sake. For the imagination of man's heart is evil from his youth. While the earth remaineth, seed time and harvest, and cold and heat, and summer and winter, and day and night shall not cease. And God spoke unto Noah and to his sons with him, saying, And I, behold, I establish my covenant with you, and with your seed after you, and with every living creature that is with you. Neither shall all flesh be cut off any more by the waters of a flood, neither shall there be any more a flood to destroy the earth. And God said, This is the token of the covenant which I make between me and you. I do set my bow in the cloud, and it shall be for a token of a covenant between me and the earth. And it shall come to pass, when I bring a cloud over the earth, that the bow shall be seen in the cloud, and I will look upon it, that I may remember the everlasting covenant between God and every living creature of all flesh that is upon the earth.
Charles, I do want you to know, and I think you know it already, that there's a particularly warm feeling in all of our hearts when you come back on your infrequent trips to toast the town.
Thank you.
Because, you know, he's always, I've always gotten a great deal of laughs out of Charles Lawton because he's always played roles that are so rough and tough, you know. Captain Bligh and smacking people.
Don't you start disillusioning him, will you?
Actually, this is more the Charles Lawton that we all know, because here is one of the nicest persons in show business. Charles, grand of head here. Thank you very, very much.